Well, welcome back to Jaguar Mining's channel, a basically growing gold producer in this crazy new gold market with prices continuing to hold all-time highs. And to discuss the recent news, we have the privilege of newly appointed CEO Albano joining us here. First and foremost, welcome, sir.
Welcome, Kyle.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to get you on, Albano. So, firstly, driving into this, you've recently taken on the CEO role at Jaguar. Could you kind of share a bit of your background and previous experience? I mean, what are your top priorities right now, and where do you see the company headed in the near future?
Okay, so I'm a Brazilian. My background, I'm a mining engineer, work for big companies, and in the last half of my career, I've been working with mid to small caps companies here in South America. So I spent quite a bit of time here in Brazil, and then also in Chile, Uruguay, working for gold companies, copper companies, and I like to see myself as a developer. So that's what I like to do. I like to come across a vision for the company and then make a plan of how I can fulfill that vision. And in terms of Jaguar, that's what we're going to be talking about. I have a very strong and aggressive plan of growing this company. And I think I have all this background and experience to do it. Regarding what is going to be my priorities, my immediate focus, Kyle, is on three key pillars of growth that will drive sustainable long-term value for our shareholders. Let's go through this. One is maximizing our core assets, which includes ensuring that we have safe and efficient restart of the operations at Turmalina. And then the second pillar is accelerating exploration to unlock the full potential of our 45,000 hectares of mineral tenements. And then the third pillar is going to be pursuing strategic growth opportunities. We're going to be doing that actively, targeting gold assets in Brazil with the strong synergies and clear path to production to complement our existing operations. So these three pillars, like the existing assets, accelerating exploration, and pursuing strategic growth, we believe it's an integrated approach and is designed to, as I said, to enhance Jaguar's growth trajectory while creating long-term values for our shareholders.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate the insight. And let's get an understanding of kind of where we're at so we can see where we're going. Because Jaguar just released its Q2 financial results. How do you feel about the company's performance this quarter, and what should investors kind of take away from those results?
Well, I think our Q2 results reflected both our strengths and, of course, our challenge that we have ahead, right? On the positive side, the Pilar Mine delivered a very, very strong operating performance, supported by obviously the higher gold prices, which helped us maintain a very solid cash position for now. And at the same time, we face lower production year over year because of the suspension of the operations at the Turmalina mine. What is most important for our investor to recognize, I believe, is the resilience and adaptability of our operations. Despite these headwinds, we remain very well capitalized and strategically positioned to deliver what we believe is the long-term value for the company. We have the flexibility and balance sheet strength to navigate this transitional period while continue to pursue both, as I said, this organic growth and also select strategic growth opportunities.
Yeah, I really feel like the shareholders out there and new investors are starting to recognize some of that value. But speaking of the Turmalina mine, I mean, it's been paused since December of 2024. Do you want to give us an update on where things stand and kind of getting back into operations?
Yeah, first of all, this Turmalina suspension, which was due to the Satinoco piles lump, throughout this incident, our priority has been, first of all, ensuring the safety, the environmental responsibility, and maintaining a very strong relationship with all our stakeholders, especially the community involved. So over the past several months, we have made significant progress toward resuming operations. We've got a plan that is being fulfilling, and we're very on track on that. Part of the plan was, first of all, to negotiate the compensation for the people. So we finalized a community compensation agreement, which was valued approximately $10 million. And then we also settled an environmental fine, which was another $11 million that has been done in the last 3 weeks. And then we announced last week that we got an approval. We received an approval to proceed with essential preparatory work in the Turmalina mine, including development of a secondary access route for the Fina and C8 ore bodies, and other key modifications to the mine's ventilation system. So that means that we are already working inside the mine so that it gets prepared. By the time that we can lift all the other embargoes, we can start producing right away. And for these embargoes to be lifted, we need to finalize the stabilization work, the earthworks that we are doing in the dry stacking pile, and then demonstrating that we got a pile at safe factors that has to be verified by independent auditors. Once we do that and we can prove and show that for the authorities, the embargoes are going to be lifted. And so with these key milestones achieved, we are currently on track for a safe and responsible restart of operations, we believe, in Q1 2026.
Yeah, absolutely. And just kind of switching gears a bit, the exploration seems to be a big part of Jaguar's growth strategy. Which exploration projects are you most enthusiastic about right now?
Yeah, I'm very excited with this pillar, the exploration. So first of all, people have to realize that Jaguar holds the second largest gold land position in what we call the Iron Quadrangle, which is a greenstone belt that we have here in Brazil. This greenstone belt was responsible for the highest production of gold in the last 200 to 300 years in the country. And we have more than 45,000 hectares in there, much of which remains underexplored. To unlock this potential, we are advancing a 5-year brownfield exploration plan, which is designed to maximize value across all the mineral tenements. This amount of land, we are just second to AngloGold Ashanti in the region. So we believe it's a very prolific area to find more gold. Okay. In terms of some highlights, we put forward also last week one news release that talks about our BA zone at the Pilar mine, where recent drilling delivered a standout intercept of 2.8 grams per ton of gold over 25 grams per 25 meters. So that's about over 300 grade versus thickness figure, which confirm robust high-grade mineralization at depth of that ore body. With this BA zone expected to contribute now roughly 50% of Pilar's future production, this success gives us strong confidence that in the mine's long-term outlook, we are going to have more positive surprise. And now what we are doing in that regard, we are currently planning 4,000 meters of directional drilling to test the down plunge extension of that B8 ore body. Okay. Apart from that, we have in the Fina zone at Turmalina, development is advancing with the goal of building up to 300,000 tons per year, which should happen by next year. And again, that's going to support Turmalina's restart and long-term production profile. And also in nearby Turmalina, we have the Onças de Pitangui project, which for this the half of the year, we have an infill drilling campaign that is scheduled, which will further define the resource and guide development decisions on that project. In terms of brownfield exploration, we have around the Paciência complex a number of prospects where we are going to have, we've got already information. It's not that they are greenfield projects. We do have a number of them, of these targets. We have even some inferred resource. And there are some that we are prioritizing because those are the ones that are closer to existing facilities like the plant that we have in Caeté. So apart from this BA zone at Pilar, the Faina zone, and the Onças de Pitangui project, these, along with numerous other exploration targets, especially in and around the Paciência complex, I think this provides Jaguar with a very, very robust pipeline of organic growth opportunities and position us to extend our mine lives, increase production, and deliver sustainable long-term value. So we are very excited with that.
But finally, here, looking to the future, what do you think are the main strengths that will help Jaguar create kind of lasting value for its shareholders?
Look, I believe Jaguar is entering a period of significant opportunity here. We are operating in a favorable gold price environment, as you know, and now with Turmalina on track to restart operations and Pilar continuing to deliver very strong results, we believe we have a solid foundation to build upon. Coupled with a healthy balance sheet and a clear strategy focus on maximizing our core assets, accelerating exploration, and pursuing strategic growth opportunities, I'm confident that Jaguar is very, very well positioned to deliver sustainable and long-term value for all our stakeholders.
On that, we'll pass it off to the viewers as always. We'd love to know what you think in that comment section, but consider subscribing as news catalysts like this come down the wire. Of course, we'll bring it to you here, but on that, as always, we look forward to catching you in the next one.